Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today I'll be looking at another Great Western train loco for my review. Just so I remember what I'm doing. But yeah, this is a Dapol 28XX, or also known as a 2884, because that's the exact class. We'll have a quick look at the product code first, just so that... Ooh, light's a bit bright. There we go. Yes, the product code is 2S009004. It is the 28XX class in GWR green, GWR running, and also the running number of 3803. So yes, inside the box we have the usual guarantee, which nobody likes reading. We have the instructions, which definitely does say it's a 2884 class or a 38 double. Tells you about running in, operation, oiling, and also where to oil on the back. So I'll skip that. Oop, pop that over there. The rest of the box doesn't have anything else on it. Inside the box you get spare tracks and tyres, so we do have them. We have some knuckle couplings. I think they're knuckle couplings. There we go. Inside we also have a useful tool, which I don't know what it's for. We've got some spare bits and pieces, spare screws as well, which is very surprising. We've also got some more knuckle couplings, or at least fake ones. Little bits and pieces which can also stick all over the loco as well. Extra bit fittings and stuff like that, which I won't be adding because that's a bit too delicate for me. We've also got this little bit of plastic, which I have no idea what it's for, but it was in the box. So just to make sure you know about the bit of plastic. Anyway, on about the 2884. It's first of all, it's a very heavy loco. I'll just turn the light back up a bit. Yeah, it's very heavy on the front because that's where all the weight is. It is a drive shaft. Spin around over here because there's a drive shaft going straight through the middle. The detail is without all the separately fitted parts, it's a little on the basic side, but it still gives a good impression of what the loco is like. So you've got all these separately fitted handrails here. On the inside of the cab you do have some detail, but unfortunately it is spoiled by that drive shaft, which is just there. The cowl is plastic, but considering that the motor is in here, it's probably just give it an extra little bit more space. The wheels are very finely detailed, even though these look like they're painted plastic, which does make them look a bit off. They are stainless steel couplings and coupling rods and stuff like that. We have got some fine detail on the front. These very thin wires connected to the smoke box and that lot. We have got the running number printed on the front. I'll be able to see a bit better when we get to the turntable. Yes, and the other side we've got the running number there. We have got glazing, very finely made moulding because we've got rivets everywhere, and on the back you've got just basic detail of the vacuum pipe and stuff like that, and more handrails. So yeah, it looks fairly nice. So it is very heavy for, it's very front heavy, so I'm just trying to be a bit careful moving around. But yeah, and on the bottom you have got some brake rigging and stuff like that. And yeah, anyway, let's also mention where the DCC decoder is. It is in here. I have noticed with Dapol locos it is a bit tricky trying to get the body off, which should just pop off, but you may need to use a helpful plunger tool or whatever it want to be. Something useful to help lift it off, and then be careful of the drive shaft. You also need to get a rather smaller decoder, so maybe I think it's a length, can't remember what they're called now. Basically try and look for a smaller decoder. The normal 6-pin ones a bit chunkier, so don't try and there. Right, I'll get this ready for when we're testing out weight. But will mention that I did get this at a bargain of about £85. Normal retail price is about 124, but Bales of Sheffield were trying to sell them all off. Anyway, let's have a quick look at. They have got NEM couplings on either end. So let me just carefully move this up. And it is a very chunky 82.6 grams. So very, let's see if it's, yeah, 82.6. So it's very heavy for a loco, which mostly looks like it's made out of plastic, but I think this whole boiler part, since there's no motor in it, it's this whole, no, completely plastic. It feels, underneath the paint, it does feel somewhat coldish, so it does feel like it's metal. So yeah, that should give a fair amount of traction. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on, and then I can tell you a bit more about the loco when I've got it on the turntable. So I'll see you in a bit. The Great Western Railway 2884 class is a class of 280 steam locomotive. They were designed for heavy freight work and were a development of the earlier Churchwood 28AA class. The 2884s differed from the original engines in a number of respects, the most obvious being a more modern Collet side window cab was provided and were built with outside steam pipes. 83 of the 2884 class were built during 1938 and 1941. Those built during the war did not have a side window to the cab, and the side window on the others was plated over. This was to reduce glare as a precaution against enemy air attacks. The windows were reinstated after the war. The year 1948 also saw one of the 2884 class emerge remarkably successfully from the 1948 locomotive exchange trials against more modern engines, including the LMS 8F and the War Department Austerity 280 and the Austerity 210. It took the appearance in 1954 of the British Railways Standard Class 9F 210 to displace them from their main role of mineral haulage. Nevertheless, there was still work for them right up to the end of steam on the Western region in 1965. 6 decades of service testify to the fundamental excellence of Churchwood's original concept. 9 examples of the 2884 class were saved from the Woodham Brothers scrapyard in Bury of South Wales, and 4 of these engines have operated in preservation. Right, here we are on my Gosport layout with my test rake of maroon Mark 1s waiting, even though the 2884 class is a freight loco. Just to keep it consistent, I'll be using my usual 8 Mark 1s. So here it is on the track, the power is on, so let's test out that slow speed crawl. This is using the Dapol Super Creep motor, so should do something quite nice. And it's a fairly decent slow speed for DC. Does need to be a bit higher on the controller, the power setting that is, but I'm just assuming it's geared differently. Just make sure it's in start, and yeah, it's the speeder along. Yeah, that seems quite nice. I would assume on DCC it would run a lot better. It comes back out of a tunnel. This also hasn't been quite run in, even though this is my second attempt at recording this, but yeah, it seems rather nice. That weight giving it excellent traction. We'll test it when we hook up the Mark 1s. So yeah, I'll just put it around the end of this loop, and then we'll hook up the Mark 1s. I'm just going to put my hand over it. So really record this from the inside, but never mind. All the lights on the outside, so right, turn off power. Right, remember how to do this. Let's set that there. No, that's the wrong one. You stay there. I need that one. So I've got all the point motors in, but well, not all the point motors, but all the point motors on the main line. But yeah, they're not connected to any control, so it's all manual today. So yep, this is all. And that seems very well connected. Considering that Dapol and Ferris connection sometimes a bit iffy, but 82.6 grams if I remember correctly, and also this is these are all 20 its weight. But with that traction tyre and also the very heavy boiler, I do not suspect any problems. So slowly pulling off. There she goes. Out from the tunnel now. It's a very nice site. Yeah, it's primarily for hauling freight, so just imagine this as many wagons and stuff like that. But that's still a very nice thing to see. There she goes back through there. The motor is a bit loud, but that might just be because it needs running in. Right, I'm going to bring it to a stop in a moment. I'm just going to back her up just so we can see the 2884 in all her glory. Keep wanting to say just 28, but no, it's a 2884 class. That's very nice. Like I said, I got this at a bargain price for £85. Retail price from Hatton's is, was it £124, which is still reasonably well priced. No, considering that it's a very good hauler. It's got a decent amount of detail. I think it could have done a bit better. I still don't like the drive shaft arrangement for the power, but it does allow for some very interesting prototypes, especially when you can see right underneath the boiler and see daylight the other side. So yes, always nice to see that, especially in end gates. So yeah, I think it's a very nice loco. But yeah, so it could just use a tad bit more detail here and there, especially in the cab because it's quite exposed. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to zoom out, then send her off on her way. Ooh, put in the right gear first. There we go. So yeah, this has been James from Gosport Railworks, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. So take care now. Bye bye. Speed off. There we go. See you again. Bye bye.